Yeah, hello everybody. Good morning again. Before we start, I just want a little introduction about yourself. What exactly are you doing now? Are you working somewhere? Are you looking for a change? And what exactly you're looking from this course? Okay, can I have a small intro about you, Rajeshri, starting from you?
Yeah. Hi, good morning, Sujit. I'm Rajashri Thoran. I'm into logistic industry since around I have an experience of 6 years. So it is completely into logistics sector. And around I am working as an end user for Tableau and Data Studio.
Okay,
Not as in development part, and also do I joined this course just to learn about this thing so that I can be I'm just giving the views and the ideas and the logics for the development part,
right,
but yes, I'm not like developing all those things over Power BI and Tableau. So that's what I joined here.
right. So basically, right now you are the end user who generally
Yeah,
gives the requirement to the developer.
correct, correct.
Right. A kind of business analyst. Actually, the similar kind of role happen in IT sector where people we call them as a business analyst.
Yeah, I'm developing a dashboards, but it is over an Excel kind of a part, but not as such in a Tableau and Data Studio.
Right, right. So basically, you are using the pivot tables, pivot charts for creating the reports in Excel, right?
Yeah, and some formulas to
Yeah.
calculate the values and all those things.
Right, right. Great, great. Thanks, Rajeshri.
Thanks.
Anand, can I have a small similar intro about you? Anand, can you hear us? Okay. Maybe he has texted. I'm listening no longer requested to protect my have audio issue. Okay, no problem. Um, Pragya, Pragya, can you hear us? Rajeshri, you can hear me, no? Or
Yeah, I'm able to hear you. Pradnya, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, can I have a small intro about you if you don't mind? Not sure you have audio issues. Okay, anyway, leave it. Once you can, please let us know. I just want to know the background so that I can plan my sessions accordingly. Okay, that's the only reason. Right. Let me share my screen and let me explain you what exactly we are going to learn. Okay, so first I will try to cover in today's session how what happens in IT sector from end to end, starting from the data generation till the end user, how the data flows. Okay. Before that, to give a small introduction about me, I have around 10 years of experience, overall experience, and out of those 10 years, from the last 6 years, I am in IT, and I am working with Power BI, SQL, and a few other tools also. My primary skill is Power BI, I would say. And before coming to Power BI, I was also working with Excel sheets. I was into sales and marketing in a completely different domain. Okay, into industrial sales. Basically, we used to sell cutting oils to different automobile companies. Okay, there I used to create some Excel reports by using pivot tables, pivot charts, right? And there I got an interest to learn Power BI, and I have implemented the same thing in Power BI. Initially, when I was implementing the report which I have generated in Excel to Power BI, I felt like Excel is much more easier than Power BI. Okay, but when I got to know the actual things in Power BI, then I understood that Power BI is much more simpler and also very interactive for the end user also. Okay, so that's how I learned, and I came into IT sector completely here. And I have a PL 300 certification also in Power BI by Microsoft. and I'm teaching Power BI from close to like last 4 years. Okay, that is about a small introduction about me, and let's begin. Any moment, if you would like to ask me any questions, or if you are not able to understand anything, please stop me. I will be happy to answer your queries. We create a separate folder for you. Okay. So let me tell you what happens in IT sector when you work with Power BI. It is not only that you create reports. Okay, I will tell that report generation is around 40 to 50% only. There are a lot more other things are there which we should know when we are looking for a transition. Like, let's try to understand the entire architecture. What happens in BI, business intelligence? Okay, what is business intelligence? Anybody? What is BI? Just know.
Having an understanding about what is exactly happening in the business and somehow the forecasting kind of a thing, and like analyzing all those details over the Power BI or an Excel thing.
Right. Yeah, partly correct. So I would say that business intelligence is something which converts the raw data, okay, which converts the raw data into a kind of graphical thing, okay, which will be helpful for the decision makers to make some informed decisions. Okay, BI is something which is used for the decision makers. For example, you own a company, and you made a profit of around 10 million last year. You would definitely like to grow in the coming next 5 years, or you would like to be in the same place. We would like to grow, right? Every year or every 5 years, whatever the plan we are going to do, we need to grow by 10% or 20% or 25%. How would you grow? By making some kind of decisions. Without making any decision, sitting idle and all, we may not grow. We may grow. If we grow also, that is not for sure we are going to grow. That kind of confidence we will not have. So to be in that place, we have to make some decisions, and that decision should be backed up with the historical data. Okay, the whatever the decisions you are going to make, that needs to be backed up with the historical data which is stored by the company. You cannot wake up in the morning and say, okay, let me increase the number of locations. Maybe I will launch 10 different new products. Maybe I will increase the sales force. Maybe I will put money in the advertising. Like that, we cannot make um, we cannot take random decisions. That whatever the decision you are going to take, that has to be followed, backed up with the historical data. This entire process is called business intelligence. So we are going to create reports in such a way for the end users that will be helpful for them in their day to day activities for the by making some kind of decisions. Clear? Yes, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So for example, you are having a budget of like maybe 10 lakhs or something for training. For training purpose, you have that amount of money. But with that money, you cannot train all the employees. Maybe you are having 100 employees. You cannot train all the 100 employees with that budget. You can train only maybe ten people. So who are those 10 people we need to train? How do we get to know? With the available data, we may have to analyze it. We may have to create some reports and all. From that report, I will understand these are the 10 people who are not performing. From the last 2 3 years, they are not performing. So maybe these are the people who requires the training. If I give training to these people, they will improve themselves, and finally it will help us to grow my business. But if I randomly pick 10 members and try to give training to them, then already those 10 might be performing well. And if I give training, they may improve by another 5% or something. But if I give the training for the people who are not performing, they may improve themselves by 50% or 60%, something like that, which will definitely help my entire organization to grow. So we need to find out that thing. For example, in an store, supermarket store, You will analyze that which are the products which are not giving me enough sales. Okay, so once you find out from the historical data that these are the products which are not performing well, which are not the sales are not happening, then we can focus on those products, saying that what is the reason for not getting sale. Maybe these are the products which are in the some corner of the store. The supermarket is some corner. People are not looking at it. People don't know there is a product, something like that. Maybe I have to change the position, change the location. Maybe I will put it near next to the billing counter. Okay, in any supermarket, if you see, there is a reason for placing the product at one particular price. You will see the small chocolates or anything at the billing counter. Why? Because people will be standing at the place and they will be waiting. That is the waiting time for that. Maybe at that time they will pick up some products from there. It is not in their mind that they need to buy that one, but still, because you are looking into the product every time for the 5 minutes or 6 minutes in the queue, you may tend to purchase it. So everything is having a reason where we are keeping the product. So all these things can be analyzed. How do we analyze these things? Whenever you do a purchase, whenever you do an online purchase or offline purchase, or in corporate world also, whatever they are, the sales are, service sales is happening or the product sales is happening, everything will be recorded. When you buy something in a supermarket or something, they will ask you for your phone number. Why do they ask your phone number? They will store the information. Who is this person? Whether this person is coming on daily basis, whether he is coming on weekly ones, whether he is coming just before festivals, and whenever he or she is coming, what kind of purchase he is doing. Okay, whether major focus is on the cosmetics or groceries or clothing or apparels, what exactly they are buying, at what price they are buying. All those data will be stored. Once we have that stored data, based on that data, we can do any kind of analysis. Right? This entire process actually is called as business intelligence. So, what is the architecture of business intelligence? Let's try to understand. So, for example, the data is stored in multiple locations. Okay, we have multiple locations where we have the supermarket. For example, we have in Hyderabad, we have in Chennai, we have in Pune, and different locations we have the stores. And here we are using, for example, SQL Server as my database where the data is getting stored. Here we are using, for example, it can be same, it can be different, it depends. Oracle as a data source. Here we are using, for example, any cloud technologies like Snowflake, Azure, AWS, or anything. These are called OLTP systems. Okay, OLTP systems means online transaction processing data. Okay, OLTP systems. These servers are made in such a way that your writing capacity is faster. Writing capacity means what? Whenever a new transaction happens, that that should happen in a very quicker way. For example, you are in a banking or ATM machine, or you are doing any transaction from your iMobile app or anything. When you are doing the transaction and all, it should be as fast possible, right? It cannot be keep on buffering and all. It cannot be slow and all. If it is slow and all, then the user will not be happy. He will not be able to um, that may not be user friendly for him, right? So these systems are made in such a way that the writing capacity is much more faster. That means whenever a transaction happens in an online store or anywhere, the end user will have the edge for using this system. So whenever it happens, the data will be stored in a much quicker way here. But these systems are not useful for analysis purpose. Okay, these systems are not useful for analysis purpose. So we need to create another system which is used for analysis purpose. How does that happen in real world? So for example, there are different data sources are there. From here, what we will do, we will dump the data as it is. Okay, whatever the transactions are happening, we will dump all the data from different data sources into a single place, which is called as a staging layer. This is called as a staging layer. How do we dump? We will use some kind of ETL tools. Okay, we use some kind of ETL tools like SSIS or ADF or Informatica. Like that, there are different ETL tools are there which are useful for lifting and shifting the data from one place to another place. So how it will happen, for example, in this server, from last 10 days data has been loaded. After 10 days, or there will be a frequency. It can be 5 days, it can be 10 days, it can be daily also. They will set a frequency. Based on that frequency, they will lift the data and put it in a staging layer as it is. Mostly the cleaning, they may not do it here. As it is, the data will be dumped. Now this server will become empty. Whatever the data was here from the last 10 days, it will be moved from this place to this place, this place to this place, this place to this place. Now this will become empty. Once it becomes empty, again, it will become faster. Following?
Yeah.
Okay. So like this, they will be from the OLTP servers, OLTP system, data will be loaded into your staging layer. From this staging layer, what again will happen? Again, by using some kind of ETL tools, they will create some, they will put it, for example, in another system. Mostly nowadays people are using cloud technologies, like, so they will put it in Azure Data Lake. Okay, Azure Data Lake or any other system. Basically it is also a kind of database only, where data will be cleaned, data will be stored here. So again, we will be using similar ETL tools here. We will extract the data from here, we will do the transformation. T means transformation. Okay, we will do the transformations and then we will load the data into the data lake. So here we will have three different layers. We will have a bronze layer. Okay, and then we will have silver layer, and then we will have gold layer. Gold layer. This is also called as presentation layer. Okay. So what will happen again, by using some kind of ETL tools, we will lift the data and put it here. Sometimes for more transformation, when the cleaning is required, too much cleaning is required, we use something like Databricks. Okay. This is also an ETL tool. Okay. By using these kind of ETL tools, the transformation will happen, and finally they will create the required tables. Okay, so from here to here, from here to here, data will be moving. Okay, here maybe just they will check the column names and the data types and all. Here they will apply some kind of filters. Okay, they will say only this category data is required or that category data is required. Like that, they will apply some filters. In the final gold layer, the 100% cleaned data will be stored in the gold layer. So this part is called as data warehouse. This is called as uh, okay, yeah. So this is called as data warehouse. So data warehouse consists of fact and dimension table. There will be fact tables, there will be dimension. What is the fact, what is the dimension, that will we will learn later. So basically whatever the OLTP systems is collecting the information, that will be stored in a staging layer where the data will be as it is here, and then from here data will be again transformed and put into a bronze layer where the small set of transformation will happen, and then in the silver layer little more transformations will happen, and in the gold layer the final required fact and tables will be created and placed here. And this is the place from where the data analyst will pick the data. From here Data analysts will come into picture like Power BI developers or Tableau developers or any other developers. They will pick the data from here and they will generate the BI reports. Similarly, there could be a situation where there is a data science people are there. Those data science people are also going to take the data from here, which will help them to create any kind of machine learning models or any other things. Okay, so this gold layer, what here, this system, okay, this is also a kind of server system, right? This is called as OLAP. OLAP is nothing but online transactional, sorry, not transactional, analytical. Okay, so OLAP systems are used for analysis purpose. This is not used for writing purpose. This is used for reading purpose. Here you cannot write the data in a faster way. Here you can read the data in a faster way. That is what we require for reporting. But here we don't need it for reading purpose. Here we need it for the writing purpose. So that is the difference between OLAP and OLTP. In interviews, they may ask you what is the difference between OLAP and OLTP. OLTP are the transactional data. This system are designed in such a way for writing purpose. And OLAP is the online analytical processing data, which is used for reading purpose, not writing purpose. Till now, everything clear? Any questions?
Clear, till time is clear.
Right. So this part, no, till this part, let me color little deeper. Okay, this part is called as data engineering. The person who does all these things, no, he is called as a data engineer. Okay, who prepares the data for us. Okay. Okay, this entire part called as data engineering. And after the data is prepared, then this part, no, this part who is going to create the reports, who is going to do the data analysis, those are called data analysts. And same thing, these are called data scientists. Okay. So to become a data analyst, we need to learn how to create the BA reports. To become a data scientist, we need to know how to create the machine learning models from the same data warehouse. From the presentation layer or the goal layer, we will be pulling the data and we are going to predict the future. Data scientists, what they will do, they will predict the future. Data analysts will not predict anything. They will just show whatever the historical data is available in a better way, which is easy to understand. Okay, there is a difference between data analyst and data scientist. Data scientist will take the same historical data and will predict what is going to happen in the next 5 years, what is going to happen in the next 1 year. That is what they are going to predict. What data analyst will do, whatever the data is available, that data they will present in a better way, which is easy to understand and make the decisions out of it. Okay, and what data engineers will do, data engineers will prepare the data from the source data, how to create the data warehouse, which is used for the data analysts and data scientists. That data they need to prepare by using tools like ADF, SSIS, Databricks, Informatica, and there are many more tools are there which is used for preparation of the data. So from here, once the report has been created, it will be shared with the end user. Clear? Till now, any questions? Yes, no?
No, no, no.
Right. So now let's understand this data analyst part, the BI part. Okay, let me come down. So from the gold layer, for example, The gold layer also can be in different locations also. It can be mostly in real-time projects and all. Mostly you will be using one source only. If you are using Snowflake, you will be using Snowflake only for all the tables. But there could be a situation that there is another table which is in another database. There could be situation, or else there can be a manual file which is stored in a SharePoint location, which you need to use it for your reporting purpose. Okay, there is an Excel file, there is a CSV file, or there can be multiple. So what I'm trying to say is the data sources can be a single source, it can be multiple sources also. Okay, it can be one single source like SQL Server, it can be multiple sources like SQL Server, SharePoint. Your data can be stored in SharePoint also. It can be stored in Oracle also. For example, some data is stored in Oracle. So you may face such situations where your required data for your data model can be stored in multiple locations also. Yes or no? Yes, no? Hello? Yes, sure that.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear.
Yeah. Sujit, somewhere it is being stored on Google Studios also, no? Sorry, data, Google Clouds also, no?
Yes, anywhere. Data can
Hmm.
be stored anywhere.
Okay.
Okay, we have in Power BI, we have close to like 80, 90 connectors are there, which is used to connect to any location. We
Okay.
just need to find out how to connect it. Okay, it will be similar only most of the times. I will show you what are the different connectors are there, how to use them. We will try to
Okay.
see that. Once
Okay.
the data comes into Power BI, even if it is a Google Cloud, even if it is a Azure Cloud, even it is a SharePoint, even it is an Excel file, whatever it is, once it comes to Power BI, Power BI will treat everything as similar. Okay, just bringing the data
Okay.
requires a connector. Once the data comes into Power BI, whatever is the source, Power BI doesn't care. It will treat everything as same. Okay,
Yeah.
right. So your data can be in multiple places or single location or multiple locations. From here, what we are going to do, we are going to connect to our Power BI software, which is called Power BI Desktop. I am talking about this part now. Okay, I'm talking about this part. How to create BI reports. This is also having its own architecture. That is what I am trying to explain you now. Okay. So again, this is one gold layer. This is another gold layer. This is another gold layer. Okay. So from here, I will be connecting to my Power BI desktop. We will download this one and we will be using this one. So here also what we will do, in this Power BI desktop, we have three modules. When you install Power BI desktop, it will come with three different modules. It will automatically get installed. You no need to install it anything separately. So first we will have something called Power Query Editor. Okay. And then we will have something else called Power Pivot. Then we have something called Power View. These are the three different modules we have inside Power BI desktop. Okay. So what happens, from different sources, data will be pulled into Power BI desktop. We have multiple connectors. I will try to show you. By using those connectors, we will be pulling the data into Power Query. What is the job of Power Query? The job of Power Query, it is an internal ETL tool. Okay, Power BI has its own ETL tool called Power Query. What this does the minor changes which is required. For example, you have a column called full name, but in the reporting you want to show only the first name, not the full name, but you don't have a column called first name. So you can split the column into two. That can be done in Power Query. For example, the data type of a numeric column shows string. String numbers, string values, we cannot add up, right? We cannot sum it up. So we may have to change the data type of the column. That change of data type can be done in Power Query. For example, two tables are there. Okay, the one is coming from here, one is coming from here, but the table structures remains the same. I want to merge both tables into a single table. That can be done in Power Query. So similarly, there are multiple options are there in Power Query which we can use it to do the data transformation. So Power Query's main job is what? It does the transformation. It extracts the data from multiple sources. It transforms the data as per the required format in our Power Query, and then it loads the data into Power Pivot. In Power Pivot, what it does? Power Pivot does the data modeling. What is data modeling? Anybody? Any idea? Yes, no?
No.
No. No problem. So data modeling is what? For example, you are getting a table from SQL Server where orders has been stored, and you are getting another table from SharePoint where you have the salesperson's names and all. Okay, this is a different table, this is a different table, or else from the same source also it can be two different tables you are taking. Basically, I am saying two different tables are there, and based on the two different tables you want to analyze the data. You want to take the salesperson's name from a different table, you want to take the profit generated from a different table. If there is no connection between these two tables, you will not see the correct results. I will show you an example. If you do not have a data model in place, that means the relationship between the tables is not there. If relationship between the fact and dimension table should be there. If the relationship is not there, you will not get the accurate results, you will get the wrong results. So there is so data modeling is very important. If you have 10 different tables which you are to analyze, there should be relationships between all the 10 tables. Data should be filtered as per the relationship. If the relationships are not created, you will not get the correct answers. So data modeling is important here. I will show you an example. And also we will do the data enhancements. What is data enhancements? Data enhancements means creating new information. For example, you are having uh, like year on year data. For example, you have 2020, you made a sale of 100, you sold 100 cars. In 2021, you sold 120 cars. Okay, in 2022, you sold around 130 cars. In 2023, you sold around 110 cars. So I want to know the year on year growth percentage. Okay, year on year growth percentage I want to know. When compared with 2020, in 2021, how much growth is there? When compared with 2021, in 22, what is the growth percentage? When compared with 2022, what is the growth percentage in 2023? This data is not available in our source. This we need to create it, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
How do we create? We have the previous in, we don't have the previous year data, so this will not take it. From here we can see the growth. So what is the growth percentage here when compared to 2020? What is the growth percentage in 2021? Any idea? You sold 100 cars in 2020. In 2021 you sold around 120 cars. What is the growth percentage? Is there a growth? Growth is there or no growth?
Growth is there.
Growth is there. By what percentage it is there? No idea?
No.
For example, here it is 100, here it is 200. It is double, right? Double means how much growth? 100
100%.
percentage growth,
Yeah.
right? We have a 100 percentage growth. Similarly, if it is 120, what is the growth percentage?
20%.
20 percentage, right? But how did we get this number? Here it is 20%, but here it won't be 10%. You cannot do a subtraction and tell this is the growth percentage. No, growth percent will have a formula. What actually it does, it basically, what it does, current year sales minus previous year sales, put it in bracket, divided by previous year sales. Okay, this is the growth percentage. So from here to here, my growth is 8% only. From here to here, we have a negative growth because it has been reduced. The numbers has been sales numbers has been reduced, right? Decreased.
Yes.
So this calculation we need to do it in Power BI by using some kind of DAX functions. We have a lot of DAX functions are there, which are just this same formula. How did you apply this formula? No, that formula only we will be using in a different way. Okay, to calculate this thing. So this is called data enhancement. With the available data, we are creating new information because this is what the end user wants to see. Right? Yes, no?
Correct, correct.
Right. So the end user want to see this one, then only he can figure it out. Okay, there is a negative growth in my last year. So for what reason? Maybe I need to analyze more and all. So this is what he needs to know. So for this, we can create this information by using different DAX functions. Okay, we have multiple DAX functions are there. DAX is nothing but data analysis expressions. So in Excel also we have DAX. If you are using some function, right, like sum of, this is a DAX function. This sum is called DAX. If you are using count, this is a DAX function. If you are using if condition, if you are using nested if condition, those are all DAX functions. Because Power BI is also a Microsoft tool, Excel is also a Microsoft tool. Microsoft tool, whatever the formulas you are going to use, it will remain same in the entire Microsoft environment. There is a different tool called MSBI. That is also a BI tool only. It was there before Power BI. Okay, now people are not using much MSBI because Power BI has much more advanced features than MSBI. But there also we are going to use the same DAX functions, which we are going to use it in Power BI also. Clear? If tomorrow Microsoft launches any new product for BI, there also the language will remain the same. It will remain the same DAX functions. Clear till now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So that is what we do it in Power Pivot. Once this is done, then we will come to Power View. In Power View, we will create the visuals. Okay, the table charts or the column charts or any kind of view UI. Basically, the UI will be generated, will be created in Power View. Okay. Yes, no?
Yes.
Right. So once this is done, this is all done in Power BI desktop, and Power BI desktop doesn't require any license. It doesn't require any credit card, debit card. It doesn't require any kind of email ID. Nothing is required. You can download right now and you can start developing your reports. And it is going to be the same tool when you are using in any organization level also. Not even 0.001% difference will be there. But whereas some other tools like Tableau and other things and all, the free version is only for 14 days. If you are a student, then you will have what we call 1 year of subscription, not more than that. Just give me 2 minutes. Huh? My baby is crying. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry for that. Where were we? Yeah, in Power View, what we are going to do, we are going to create visuals. Rajeshri, can you confirm? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. So in Power View, we are going to create our required visuals. Okay. Once this is done, this entire thing doesn't require any kind of licensing, and it is going to be the same what we are going to use it in our real environment also. Other tools have some limitations. They will give the free version for some period of time, and after that you may have to buy the subscription, buy the licenses and all. So once the development is done, till this point it is development. Okay. Development of reports. Once the report development is done, then what we are going to do, we are going to publish this one in Power BI service. Okay. We have something called Power BI service. This requires license. Okay. PBI services. Okay. This requires license. We have multiple licenses are there. We have pro license, we have free trial license, we have premium per user license, and then we have premium capacity license. Different licenses are there for different reasons. Okay, we will discuss these licenses also later on. So I will, once we come to this place, I will provide you a license which we can use it for learning purpose. Okay. So in Power BI services, generally what we will do, we will publish the report. We can automate the report. We can apply securities, create apps, and create subscriptions, create dashboards, and some other things are there which we can do it. We can schedule the refresh, all those things. See, once you develop your report, today you have developed a report. Tomorrow also new data will come into this place, right? Tomorrow also some transactions will happen. That information should come in the report also. How it will come? It should refresh when the data, when the report refreshes, automatically this data should come and sit in my Power BI report. How does that happen? We need to automate the report. We need to schedule the refresher. We need to configure the schedule refreshes in such a way that every day morning at maybe 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock before the team logins, my report should have the new data, updated data. So I will refresh the report in such a way. I can apply securities. I can say that the same report, it will be shared with 100 different sales executives, and each person will look, which will see the data in a different way. For example, you have different customers, so you will see those customer data only. I have done some different set of customers, I will see that customer related data only. You cannot see mine, I cannot see yours. Okay, but the report will be the same for both of you, both of us. But we can apply some kind of row level securities in such a way that the numbers will be different for you and me. The numbers which I see will be for my set of customers. The numbers which you see will be for your set of customers. In that way, we can apply the securities. Okay, we can create some subscriptions also, like you don't want to open the report each and every time and all, but we can create a subscription in such a way that every day morning at 10 a.m. when you log in, an email will be triggered to your inbox, and inside your inbox a PPT will be shared. Attached PPT or attached PDF or attached Excel will be shared with you, so that you can just download it and you can look into the numbers, you can make the decision making. Or else if you want to present it to somebody, automatically the PPT will be created, and an email will be triggered to you every day morning at the specified time. Whatever the subscription we are creating now, we need to specify the time. At the time, an email will be triggered to our inbox, and directly the PPT will be landed in your inbox. So you can download it and you can use it for presentation. All those things can be done in Power BI services. For that, we need some kind of license. So once all these things has been configured, then what we are going to do, we are going to share this one with the end users. So they can look into the report and they can make the decision making as required. Clear what happens in Power BI end to end? Any questions here?
Sujit, like for this Power BI services, the versions like you are providing now, those are like premium one, free ones, or like
No, we have a
subscription will be it is.
no. It will be a free version only, but free version will have a limited time.
Okay.
Okay, limited time, but you can use all these things for learning purpose. What a premium per user does, what is the premium capacity does, what is a pro does,
Mm-hmm.
all those things we can learn here, but you cannot use it for life. You can use it only
Okay.
for few days. I think it is a 60 days trial period is there. In that 60 days period, you can learn all these things. After that, you cannot use that one. You have to create another license or you have to go with a subscription. So for
Okay.
learning purpose, we can use this one.
Okay, fine.
Okay, you will have all the differences. What will happen in pro, what will happen in premium per user, what is happening in premium capacity, all those things we can learn in the free
Okay.
trial version also.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so this is what happens in Power BI end to end. Okay, and what we are going, how we are going to learn, let me try to share you. Okay, I will be giving you some assignments at the end of each what we call each module. For example, my first assignment will be like this. Okay, I will be sharing this requirement document. Generally, how does things come to you in a real world? You may not, you may get screenshots, you may not get screenshot in real world, but this is the first assignment, so I will be providing you the screenshot what exactly you need to create. Later on for the second third assignment, I will not be giving any screenshots, I will give you directly the requirements. Okay, so you need to create this. This is a different data set. We will be learning in a different data set, and assignment will be in a different data set. Okay, this is the COVID related data which has been downloaded from World Health Organization website. From there, you need to create all this visuals, drill down, drill through. Let me open the report and show you once. Any questions you have, you can ask me. I will take.
Suji, the like recorded sessions will be there for each and every session now.
Yes. Recording sessions will be there, and also I will be providing you a running notes similar to this
Okay.
one. Let me show you.
Great, great. Because somehow what happens now, even while like doing it exactly on the Power BI now, will get
Hmm,
stuck up. So like
correct.
with the help of video, we can use it. Like we can do it.
Yes. So, for example, if I show you the June batch, one running notes, I will show you like this every day. Whatever we are going to discuss now,
Mm.
whatever we are going to discuss, that I will be putting it in during the class itself. I will put it today. For example, we learned about data, what we call architecture, right?
Okay.
So this is the data sources. This is Power BI desktop. We have three modules. What is the purpose of each
Mm-hmm.
one? Okay, all those things I will be putting it in a document, and every day I will be sharing this one. So this
Okay.
document is something which you need to refer every day.
Okay.
Okay, every day you need to look into this document, because once you are comfortable with this document now, you can easily crack any interviews. Okay, this document will clarify all the interview questions. More than 70% of the questions will come from this document if you are 100% clear with this one.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, another 30% will be like what we call the situation based questions. They will give you some kind of scenario, and they
Mm.
may ask you how you will respond to this one. Okay, that we cannot we cannot say what kind of questions they may ask, but I can give you some examples how they are going to ask you.
Okay.
Okay, but this is the document which will help you a lot, because every day you cannot go through the 1 hour video. After the
Yeah.
class, for sure, based on your current work and other things and all, you will never be in a position to look into the entire video once again. In that situation, this document is going to help you. This is just a recap. You will understand everything whatever we learned on that particular day.
Great.
Okay, so that is the main reason why I am creating this document, by taking some time. Still I am creating this one only for the purpose that you should refer this every day. It will not take much time. Okay, it will, before you go to bed or something, instead of watching some kind of reels and all, you can go through this document from your phone itself for 10-15 minutes. That should be good enough. Okay,
Yeah.
right. So this kind of report is your first assignment is going to be. Okay, so whenever you click on anything, it should show that continent related data. If you select some country, it should show that country related data. You can clear the filters. Okay, and there is a top 10. Okay, here I am trying to show the top 10 countries with highest death rate. We have multiple countries, these are the different countries, but I am showing only the top 10 countries. And then I have a bookmark page where I have different countries, population, tests conducted, cases, total recovered, total death, each country and their population. Here I have created a bookmark where when I click on, I will see the data labels on. When I click on this one, it will not show me the data labels. How to create these bookmarks, buttons, how to configure this thing, all these things you will learn. And again here, for example, USA. Okay, when I do a right click, go to drill through and go to next page, it will show only USA related data. Okay, I can go back by using back button. If I click on right click on India and do a right click, you will see only India related data. So I am passing a filter condition from one page to another page. So all these things we will learn, and then you will be implementing all these things in your first assignment. And I can create an index page where when I click on any page, it will directly take me to that page. When I click on back page, I will come back. When I click on bookmark page, it will take me to bookmark page. When I go back, it will take me back to the page. So all these kind of features we are going to create. Okay,
Yeah.
right. So that is one assignment which I am going to give you, first assignment, and then I am going to give you another assignment where you need to. So this report is based on one single table. Okay, only one single table is there, but there will be a situation where you will be working on multiple tables, right? When you are working on multiple tables, let me show you. One major project I am going to give you, which is a very difficult project. It will take at least 20 to 30 days for you just to create that one, which will be the last project which I am going to give you. Okay. And then I have an insurance project here. We have multiple tables: accounts table, claims table, okay, insurer, policy, premium, product table. Okay, this requires data modeling knowledge. First, you should be in a position to create a data model. Let me show you. This is the second assignment which I am going to give you. So after we learn the data model part, Power Pivot, first part is data modeling. Once we learn the Power Pivot part, then I will share you this assignment where with the basic, with these tables, you may have to create a data model like this. Okay, this data model you need to create by your own. When you have multiple tables, how to create the connections, from where to where we need to create the connection. All those things after you learn, you will be creating by your own. And then on top of that, you will be creating this report. So for example, this is my dashboard page. This is my premium page. When I click on premium, it will take me to the premium page. And here I have a chart visual and table visual. Okay, now this is I am showing in the form of a table, but the end user wants to see the same thing in the form of a chart also. So when I click on chart, it should show me the bar charts. When I click on table, it should show me the this thing. Now here it is showing blank. The reason is when there is a selection, then only it should show the data. So how to configure this one based on the selection. So now my title is also changing based on my selection. Whatever I am selecting based on my title is also changing. Last refresh date, how to create all these things we will learn in our second report. Okay, and then the final, the major one which I am going to share. Uh, this one, final assignment. This will be the requirement. Okay, just
Approx for an one project, Sujit, like will take like 3-4 days wala duration, or like for an 1 day wala session it is being there.
it depends. Okay, the
Okay.
first one which I am going to share. If you are very good with the learning, if you have done practice every day 2 hours and all, it will not take
Hmm.
you more than 5-6 hours.
Okay.
If you are doing it for the first time,
Hmm.
if you are developing a Power BI report for the very first time, then it will not take you more than 5-6 hours of time. But I have seen students which they have taken like 2 days of time, 3 days of time also, and there are
Okay.
students who have developed the report within 1 hour also.
Okay.
Okay, if you ask me, for a person who is experienced, for example, if I have to create
Hmm.
if I have to create this report, I will not take more than 7-8 minutes.
Oh.
Okay, this
Okay.
everything I can do it in 7-8 minutes. If I'm not explaining, if I have to do it by my own, I will not, definitely I will not take more than 10 minutes of it.
Okay.
So it all depends on the amount of practice we are doing.
Practice it is.
We should know where is the option, what option I need to use. If I know it, I can immediately go. If I don't know it, then I need to search for it. Right, that
Okay.
will be the time taking one.
Agreed.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be your final part. This will take time. If you ask me to create this report by, if I have to create this entire report, I will take at least 3 to 4 hours of time.
Okay.
3 hours of time. So for you, because I have done this 1 or 2 times previously, so I know the things here. But when you are going to develop this one, you don't know anything. The data is new, the requirement is new, the
Hmm.
data model is new, everything is new. For you, once you learn everything in Power BI to create this one, at least it will take like 20 days or 25 days of time if you are spending around 1 to 2 hours every day.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the major one. So let me show you that report also. Okay, these are the different pages we need to create. Index page, executive dashboard, map, product details, customer details. If you see the executive dashboard, see different colors you need to provide based on the requirement given to you. Okay. So in the requirement, it will be mentioned that more than this rate, it should be in red color, less than this rate, it should be lighter color and all. Here, if it is growth, it should be green color. If the growth is not there, it should be in red color. Okay, here the forecasting thing should be in this way. Okay, like these things. If you go to product details, you can see what was my target, how much I have achieved. Monthly revenue, my target was this one, I have achieved this one. Monthly profit, my target was this one, this is what I have achieved. So these things and all. Like year on year, how my profit is moving. Year on year, how my returns are moving. Customer details. So based on the revenue, highest revenue should be at the top, lowest revenue at the bottom. Who is the person who is generating me the highest orders and what kind of orders he has generated, what kind of revenue he has generated. Year on year, week on week, how the customers numbers are varying. In based on the income level, high income level customers are how many, low income level are how many, average are how many, all those information we are showing here. Map visual is not working. I may have to sign in because I might have created this with a different login. That account might have closed it. Okay, that account might not be working now. That's why it is not showing. But this is also we can show. So this is the major project which will take some time for you to create because you need to create these many measures, these many calculations you need to create. Okay, if you see these formulas now, all these things you need to create to achieve that one. These are all measures, calculated measure. By using DAX functions, you need to create all these things. Following?
Yeah.
Okay, so once you create this one, then you will get a overall confidence that you can handle any kind of projects, real-time projects. This will be a difficult one. I won't say that you can do it very easily. This is going to be difficult, and but once you create this one, then the confidence level will be very high. Okay, and the other thing what I want to share here is, see, as I told you earlier, this is the entire architecture, everything that is fine. But in real time, once you create the report, you will be connecting to different database, like you will be connecting to dev database. Okay, there will be three different environments. If you know, I'm not sure if you know it. Have you heard anything called dev, UAT, prod? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Have you heard? Development, UAT, production, these kind of terminologies?
Terminology I heard, but I'm not aware of what is exactly happening.
Right, right. So what actually happens is like you will have different environments. Okay, you will have different environments like dev environment. You will have. Let me show you in a PPT. Okay, let me show here itself. Dev. Similarly, you will have something called UAT and production. So I'm taking production as of now. So the data will be the table names and column names will be exactly the same in both the environments, but the data will be different. Here you may have the dummy data. Okay, here you may not have the actual data, but here you will have the actual data. Okay, so similarly, for example, I have the UAT also. Okay, so here you will have the dummy data or the incomplete data. Here you will not have the full data. Okay, so by using this one, you are going to develop your report. By development environment database, you are going to create your report, Power BI report here. But end users are not interested with this data. Okay, if you share this report with the end users, they are not interested because they cannot make any right decisions out of it because the data is incomplete. Right? The data here is incomplete. We will never store the actual data in dev data because this is for development purpose, not for the end user point of view. And we don't want to overburden this server also. No point of overburdening this server also. If you have 10 years of data, you may not have the 10 years of data in dev. You may have only 2 years of data. With that 2 years of data, you will create the report. And then what you will do, this will take, for example, 30 days of time to develop your report, and then you need to move this one to UAT. This connection you will change, and this should be done immediately. In general, in real time, because of the approvals and other things, it may take 2 days of time, not more than that. But without approvals, you can do it in 1 hour maximum. The changing the connection. Now you will see the UAT related data. This will be the complete data. This is used for the, there will be a contact person from the end user. For example, there are 100 end users are there. For that 100 users, there will be a single point of contact. One person will be there, Spock. That person will verify your data. Whatever the numbers you are showing in the report, he will verify it. UAT means what? User acceptance testing. He will test your numbers, and if all the numbers are correct, then he will give you the green signal. He will accept the report. Once he accepts the report, then we will be changing the connection from here to here again to production, where we have the original data, actual data, and complete data. This will again take not more than 1 or 2 days in the real environment. Okay, because of the approvals. That too, because of the approvals, it will take 1 to 2 days or 3 to 4 days maximum. But if you don't have to take approvals, you can do it immediately within 1 hour or 2 hours maximum. Okay, you just need to change the connection from here to here. Now this report is having the actual original data, which we need to share it with the end user, and these people are interested with this data. So how to migrate the report, how to deploy this process is called deployment. Okay, this process is called deployment. Deploying a report from dev to UAT, deploying a report from UAT to production, and then sharing with the end user. This process is called deployment. This is what you need to know in real world. Creating report everybody will do by looking into some videos here and there, Udemy course and other things and all. But how to deploy the report from one environment to another environment, how to apply the securities, how to schedule the refresh, how to share the report in a secured way, how to share the report with the end user who doesn't have a license. I cannot provide license to 1000 users just to view the report. It is affecting the cost to my company. This is a different way where I can share the report with the end users and they do not require a license to view the report. So these are the things which we should know when you are working in a real-time project. That is what I am going to share you. All the knowledge which I have working from the last 6 years. I have worked in multiple projects, multiple migration projects, multiple development projects, multiple support projects, where I handled a team in many situations where end to end I have taken care. So all those things, whichever the knowledge I have, everything I'm going to share. You may not be using everything right away, but at some point of time, you will require all this information. Clear?
Yes. So, like for Data Studio, there is no need of any license and kind of with the user, like the developer is providing those access. No other person will use that. But in a Tableau, it is like that person should have the access for a Tableau, and that is being paid.
Right.
So, in a case of Data Studio, it is being free, right?
What do you mean by Data Studio? You're talking about Power BI Desktop?
Power BI desktop, correct.
Yeah, Power BI Desktop doesn't require any license. You can download right away. You just need to come here and type Power BI Desktop download.
No, that Data Studio kind of things are being there now. Data Studio, एक आता है.
No, we don't have anything Data Studio in Power BI.
Okay.
Okay, it's called Power BI Desktop.
Okay.
As I said, now two components are there. One is Power BI Desktop, one is Power BI Service. Power BI Desktop is a downloaded version. You can download it from here. I will show you tomorrow how to download it, and you don't need anything for downloading Power BI Desktop. For creating the reports also, you don't need to sign in. Now here I have signed in. No, you don't need to sign in. Without signing in, you can create this entire report. When sign in is required to publish this one in Power BI Service. to publish this one in Power BI, whatever created here, you need to publish it in Power BI service. Then you need to sign in. Then you need the license.
Okay.
Okay, so this part will come at the end. First, we will cover these three modules. Okay, these three modules. For development, whatever is required, we will learn this one. Once the report development is done, then we will publish it. Then at the time, I will give you the license. Okay, I will also tell you how to create your own license also, because after some time when it is expired again you want to use it, I will tell you how to create that license for your own and you can use that one also. Okay, and also we need to learn to test the data. So for example, if I am creating these numbers, okay, whether this number is correct or wrong, that we need to write. For example, most of the time our what we call our database will be SQL, will use the SQL language, right? So we should be in a position to test our data. I will show you one simple example, and then we will close. I know we are about time. Just give me 2-3 minutes more. Okay, I will take the server, connect. Okay, here I have created multiple databases. I will tell you how to create this thing. We have a dev database. In dev database, I have these tables, and I have a prod database also. Yeah, this one is my prod database. Okay, here also I have the some tables and all. So how to connect to Power BI? Let me show you very quickly. We'll go with the new report. New report. Okay, I am not signing in. No sign in required, as I said. No signing. Then I have get data. In get data, I have multiple connectors. If I click on more, I will see multiple connectors here. Okay, these are the different connectors available to connect to any of the databases. You will just type the name, you will find all the. If you want to connect it to Oracle, you can type Oracle, you will see Oracle database. If you want to connect it to Snowflake, just type Snowflake, you will see Snowflake. If you want to connect it to SharePoint, you have SharePoint. If you want to connect to Excel, Excel. Right now we will connect it to SQL Server. So this is my SQL Server database. Click this, click on connect. I don't want to sign in. I just need to provide the server name and database name. I will just provide the server name because database name is optional. So I will click on OK. In real time, it will ask you for username and password also, but I don't have any username password set for my SQL server, so it will not ask me. So these are the different databases under this server. So I will go to some database and I will select the tables. I want these two tables, for example. Here, if you say my column names are incorrect, okay, the column name should be person and region, but I have column 1 and column 2. So I need to do some kind of cleaning. So for cleaning, where we need to go? We need to go to transform data, which will take us to Power Query editor. Okay, Power Query editor, here we can do the changes. So I want to move this one to top. I have an option called use first row as headers. We have multiple options here. We will see each and everything here. So I have moved it, and then in my orders table, data is there, then click on close. So my Power Query part is over. Now I will come to Power Pivot. It should not take this much of time. Maybe multiple files are open, that's why it is taking time, but generally it will not take this much time.
Maybe Sujit, after this, you can conclude the session.
Yeah. I'm going to close in 1 minute.
Thank you.
Okay, so data has been loaded. So I will come to my Power View. Sorry, Power Pivot. I see there is a relationship built. For example, if I don't have a relationship, just let me show you the importance of Power Pivot. If I don't have a relationship, I want to create a table view where I want to show each salesperson, and what is the sales he has done. What is the sales he has done? Okay, we can do a lot of formatting here. Column headers. and values. If you see, it is showing me all the same values only, which is incorrect. It should not be same for each and every salesperson. Why? Because the filtration is not happening. Why it is not happening? Because there is no relationship between the dimension table and the fact table. So we need to create the relationship by using the primary key from the dimension table, foreign key from the fact table. What is primary, what is foreign, that we will learn later on. So I have the primary key as region here and foreign key as region here. Once I build the relationship between these two tables and go back, it will give me the correct numbers now.
There should be something common in between, no?
Yeah, those are called key columns.
P columns.
Okay, those are called in dimension table, it is called as a primary key. In fact table, it is called as a foreign key. Okay, like this, generally we will create our reports. Okay, so without signing in, without doing anything, I can create my own reports. I can develop my reports. For publishing, it will ask me, it will ask to save. For example, if I save somewhere the desktop called demo, and then it will ask me to sign in. If I click on publish now, it will ask me to sign in. If I sign in, then only I can publish it, or else I cannot publish it. Okay, right. That's all from my end. Any questions you have, you can ask me.
So till time, like whatever you have explained now, that is being pretty much clear.
Right. Okay, you will have questions when we start our sessions and all.
Yeah.
So let's see. The only thing you need to figure it out from today's session, whether whatever I am talking, it makes sense to you, whether you are making you are able to understand my way of talking, my way of teaching. That is what I want you to understand. If that is fine, then you should definitely to take this course, and we will be in a position where we will create our own reports.
It is fine. Like I understood the way you teach, the language and the symbolism you use to explain all those things. It is being interactive. The thing
Right.
is, I'm being interested to enroll for these things, but the timing wala kind of issue I have, so I'll discuss it.
Right. Actually, why I created this report, that I forgot. Okay,
Hmm.
when we created this one, I wanted to show you the testing part, right? So basically, for example, let me create a simple one. While creating the report, I forgot for what reason I was creating. For example, this is what we have created. This number is correct or wrong. We need to test it. So where do we test it? We will need to create. We need to write the SQL queries. Okay, we will learn how to write SQL queries also. Okay, so for example, this is now connected to product sample DB, and now I will say select sum of sales as total sales from orders table, and see. Now if my number 37, 3.7 million, 3.8 million, almost, right?
Yeah.
So is it the same? Yes. If I convert this into numbers, you will see exactly the same number. 3797185. 3797185. Like this, we need to test our numbers. This is called unit testing. As a developer, we should do the unit testing also. That also we will learn.
So for SQL also we do have the free wala version available.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
something which we can download. This doesn't have any limitation. You can use it for life. Okay, there is no subscription. There is no timeline. You can use it for as long as you want. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay, that's all from my side. If you don't have any questions, I can close for today.
Yeah. Thank you, Suji. Thank you. Andy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sujit. Thank you,
Yeah,
Dipti. Thank you, Anand.
yeah.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, I'll talk to you separately.
Yeah. Yeah.